is Mars's birthday now, and we are super stressed. We've read that one. Let's see, where is everyone hiding? Oh, we can give you a gift. So, have a strange device. Know the enemy? Yep. Oh, I should have saved that. Next month is his birthday. That's awkward. That was a mistake. I suppose I could buy a gift for him. He likes cake. Rex is bouncing a small beanbag on various parts of his body, keeping it from hitting the ground. He stops and snatches it out of the air as you approach. Hey, Selene, do you want to play? Hugs incoming. Ah, yeah. Alright. Got you a present. You like logs? Yeah. Mars, it is your birthday. Yep. We've seen all of those. You like flowers and crystals, I believe. Correct. So I'll give you a flower. Well, I've had better birthday gifts, Mars sighs, rubbing one of the petals, but this will look nice in my hair, I think. Thank you. You approach Mars, who's deep in negotiations of some kind with Tangent. When Tang sees you over Mars' shoulder, she points and says your name. Thank you, forces of chance and chaos, Tang mutters, slipping away from Mars' attention and turns to you. She's your problem now, Selene. Mars pretends not to hear her. Selene, she exclaims. You're looking hideous today, darling. Luckily, I'm doing makeovers and fashion advice, free of charge. What's the catch? I'm not your doll. Alright, that's a thing we're doing now. What's the catch? Mars smiles. No catch, she says smoothly. You just have to try on my new line of clothing and give me your honest opinion. Come with me, Mars says, directing you to her room. I've been working on these designs for weeks. They're fresh off the printer, and I'm dying to see how they would look on a regular person like yourself. Mars's room is a riot of sparkling fabric. My first fashion line is all about dressing for the seasons of autumn, Mars says as she ushers you inside. Yellow and angular for dust, airy and pink for pollen, stuff like that. If we ever make it back to Earth, I want to be known as the visionary who brought Vertumna home. That's a great idea. Mars shrugs. I know. Mars indicates the pile of outfits on their bed. Well, what are you waiting for? Chop chop. You try on outfit after outfit, letting Mars scrutinize your silhouette and bearing. She seems genuinely focused on how the clothing performs. Finally, you finish trying on all the outfits. I think the glow jumpsuit is the winner. Go ahead and put it back on, Mars instructs. Then we'll do your hair and makeup. You sit on her bed as Mars pulls out a box of cosmetics. A day look, she asks. Or something more bold for nighttime. I mean, I would say no makeup. But we're being nice, so something subtle. Mars sighs. Boring. Mars does your makeup efficiently, then pulls out a bottle of bright blue nail polish. One more thing, and the look is complete. She paints your nails, humming tunelessly while she works. And voila, she says when she's done. This was fun. I like dressing up. For you, flirt. I'm never doing this again. It was fun. Mars smiles and caps the bottle of nail polish. And informative, I hope. Blue is definitely your color. Well, I think we figured that out years ago. Let's see. Cal? You spot Cal sitting in the dirt, picking sullenly at the grass. He's weaving it together into a bracelet. Sometimes it helps if I'm doing something with my hands, he says quietly. If I start to feel scared or upset, I just take a deep breath and try to reconnect with the planet. Yeah, he's talking about the livestock. Is livestock not animals? Or not aliens? Yep, we have seen that one as well. I think that's everywhere. Oh yeah, we gotta go out here and talk to these two. Hey, Nomi. It's so cool you guys have people who aren't boys or girls too. Nomi says, twisting a long piece of their hair around their finger. Mom and Dad told me that sometimes people on Earth didn't understand stuff like that, and your ship left Earth before us, so maybe it was even worse then. They give you a bright smile, but they were worried for nothing. Everyone's so nice here. Have some crystals. Noe makes a sound of appreciation, holds the crystal up to the light. Wow, it makes rainbows. It's perfect. Thank you so much. Hey, Dis. Nope. We've seen that one before as well. We can do one more thing before we're too stressed out. I guess I will do the xenobotany to hopefully learn about that radioactive plant. Back in the lab, you have all the right equipment to properly examine the radioactive plant you found. Maybe you can find a way to protect yourself from them so you don't need to drag a radiation-proof envirosuit with you every time you go to that part of the planet. Radiation poisoning isn't the killer it used to be on Earth. With medbeds, you can flush out deadly doses of radiation in a few hours. It could still make you really sick, though. And high enough doses could kill you before you're even able to reach a medbed. How confident are you that you know how to protect yourself? Super confident, no problem. I have Engineering 40. Yeah, you've totally got this a handle on this. You're an engineering wonder kid. You take all of the correct precautions. You clear the area of anything that might be contaminated. You wear a radiation-proof suit. You regularly check the radiation levels of the lab, and you have congruence on standby to call out for help if you need it. Everything goes smoothly. You discover that the radioactive part of the plant is confined to the carpel of the flower, its reproductive organs, and that the petals act as a radioactive shield to protect the rest of the plant. If you press the center of the flower, the petals close and block the radiation enough that a person can pass by without feeling sick. Neat. You should be able to use this to protect yourself next time you encounter this plant in the wild. Alright. Goal of 30. +1 to blue cards. Sure. Nice, 30 kudos. Oh yeah, because we're still popular, so we get double kudos. That was good. Alright. We are max stressed. You spot your dad munching on a soy ration. You know, these soy bars from the new ship are pretty good, he says. I know it's basically the same stuff as what we've got, but it tastes different. He examines the bar with a critical eye. Probably some kind of unique chemical fingerprint from the kitchen nanoprinter. Al is still sleeping. Let's see, it is mid-wet, which means it is Base's birthday. And I already used up the only item he likes. You try to broach the subject of Governor Lum and the Helios and how they seem to know your mom, why she didn't fight back when they just took over. Leave it, she barks, in her we aren't discussing this voice. That's council business. You're too young to understand. Our organizing is finally 40, so tell her what we learned. You've been so busy lately, the only way you've been able to get all your work done is to multitask. Studying while you're eating, brushing your teeth in the shower, listening to hollow novels while you're about to fall asleep. You have to double up everything. You just kind of expect your mom to tell you to take it easy, but she just laughs and claps you on the back. You're my son, all right, she says. Just too much darn work, not enough hours in the day. I know how you feel. So we got another value wild card. That's cool. So I'm actually going to head up into the depot to buy cake, because I think Base likes that as well. Because we definitely don't want to miss his birthday. That's a lot of items we have here. Yeah, autoplay best hand -2 to all cards. +15 to all skills. That is tempting. What do we have gear-wise right now? Yeah, I could definitely happily replace the plas cutter. Alright, let's buy the cake. And buy +15 to all skills. That is cool. All blue cards become... card values become wild? Wow. That could be good too. But no. We'll go this route. Then we go to our gear. Remove the plas cutter, put on the brain trainer. So now we've got plus 15 to everything, so more often we're going to run into things where we actually have the required skills. With that being said, let's go re-talk to everyone and see if that bumped us up enough on any of the skills to move farther in their quest lines. Yeah, so we can now help our dad with the animals. Your dad is running some kind of test on the trippets. He's playing different chords and trying to see if they have language or are just making instinctive animal calls. You help him by holding up random objects and trying to determine if their sounds map to any understanding of what they're seeing. They're either saying, "kill all humans," or "Linguini sports ball," your dad says, staring at the readout from his unsolipom. I just can't be sure. I should have waited. Alright, we're gonna do that after we've rested. Just in case we don't want to miss out on skill gains. Yep, we've seen that one already. This. We've read that one already. Mars grabs your arm and hauls you somewhere a little more quiet. OMG, she says. So I was making out with one of the Helio kids. Don't make that face, Selene. It's no big deal. And she said that they're not allowed to use their nanoprinters for anything except uniforms. She holds her hand to her chest. Excuse me, no wonder they're so boring. Clothes are the window dressing to the soul, Selene. It smells so good. We will skip that until after we've rested to get rid of our injury. But yeah, it's nice that with that we can now move a little farther on some of these skill quest things. We've read that. And Vase. Happy birthday. Yeah. Have some cake. Vase cracks a small smile when he sees your gift. A birthday cake? He asks incredulously. Do you think I'm a child? Am I supposed to blow out the candles and make a wish now? But we learned he likes cakes, so he's just being rude and a jerk just because he's Vase. Ooh. But he has more to say. You find Vase in the garrison lounge holding court with a small group of young soldiers listening to him tell a story about his latest expedition. He's gesturing animatedly with his arms and snarling like a beast. And then I shot it out of the sodding sky. Bam, bam! Vase finishes as you approach. The gathered crowds hoots and hollers for him, which he accepts magnanimously. Looking around, you see that it's mostly his Helio crew. You can tell from their uniformly close cropped hair and perfect posture, but there are some faces you recognize from the colony. Anemone is here, and she shoots you a little wave. Tell our own heroic story. You loudly boast that Vase's story is nothing and walk right into the crowd of listeners. All eyes turn to you, including Vase's, who is regarding you with a curious mixture of annoyance and interest. You tell them about the time you fought during the fall of the Strato. Actually, never mind. Yeah, we fought during the Strato. You tell the story of the attack that destroyed the original colony when you were 14 and how you charged bravely into the battle instead of hiding with the other kids. Everyone listens with rapt attention as you describe the pitched battle, especially when you really lay on the gore. Damn, Vase says, clearly impressed. You must be the coolest person on this whole podunk planet. Vase's friends laugh, while the colonists look at each other and smile awkwardly, already not wanting to disagree with Vase. All except for Anemone, who joins in and laughs the loudest of all. Vase kicks out another stool from his table. Well, hero, come sit beside the king. You take a seat beside Vase. He crosses his arms and sits back, looking at you appraisingly. I didn't think this colony made him like you, he said. I thought you were all farmers and hippies, but you I like. You've got a warrior's soul. The other Heliopod's teenagers look at you approvingly. The only thing this colony's good for is sport. I can't wait to get out there and shoot some aliens, Vase says. He bangs the table with his fist. Those gnolls aren't gonna know what hit him. You think you're a real hotshot, huh? I love a man who can get what he wants. You can't kill aliens, this is their home. You think you're a real hotshot, huh? Vase raises an eyebrow at you. He gestures to his, well, all of himself. Obviously, he sneers. What do I have to do to be humble about? One of his friends punches him in the arm And Base takes it with a cocky grin. Wow, can you imagine being that self-centered? Just obviously. You and Base talk a while longer. Well, mostly he talks, while you and his friends listen. Eventually, the low crowd breaks up as people move on to their other duties. Base says goodbye to all the other heliopod soldiers by name, and some of the colony ones too. Anemone lingers a little longer than the rest, catching Base's eye. He reaches out to her, and they grasp forearms. It's good to have you around, Anemone, he says. For a colony brat, you're pretty legit. Thanks, Anemone replies, eyes wide. You're pretty cool too. Anemone scuttles away quickly after that, her face is red. Eventually, it's just the two of you left. Base stands up and puts his hands on his hips, surveying the garrison, his kingdom. All we did on the heliopods was train for this exact moment, he says. We were literally made for this. We're the best of the best. He leans into your space and fixes you with a wolfish smile, which makes me the best thing to happen to this planet since it started, shooting out oxygen. Don't you forget it. Wow, Vase, you are too full of yourself. And Anemone is super interested in Vase. Okay. We super need to relax to deal with our stress and our injury. So, did I check out the doorway and talk to Dis and Nomi Nomi this month? I can't remember. We have definitely read that one. And we have definitely read that one. So I don't know if we've talked to them, but they didn't have anything new to say. And as usual, let's head to the greenhouses to rest, so that we can hopefully continue leveling up our pet. The garden is full of people from the heliopods. They move around in clumps of 2 or 3, gasping in awe at every new flower. The helio is much faster than the stratospheric was, so they spent a lot less time to get here. Their memories of Earth are much more fresh. Nope, we did not. This one's not amazing because it's a 2 and it's rarely going to be the highest unless I put a bunch of cards into pumping it up. But it's also Tangent's special card. Like each friend we have gives us 1 card, and I don't want to get rid of Tangents just because the card isn't that great. So we will keep it. There we go. Clear-minded and no longer injured. Yep, we've definitely read that. Cal. He is making a bracelet out of grass. Let's see, it is late wet, which is Tang and Dis's birthday. Your mom has set up a makeshift desk near the construction site and is going over some spreadsheets on her holopalm. She turns to you, and you're surprised to see her look relaxed for the first time in over a year. Sure, everything is a mess right now, she says, but these guys showed up at just the right time. They have working hydroponics, good soil, and plenty of food reserves. We shouldn't run into any trouble again. Alright, let's head on up. We have read that one. Everything dies, Dis says, plucking some dead grass and blowing it away into the wind. Plants, people, civilizations, even this planet's gonna die on a long enough timeline. He dusts his hands off and rests his chin on his knees. Why even bother fighting it? Why try to do anything at all? You like roots and devices, of which I have neither. That's awkward. Darn. Would you like a crystal? Because I have no way of getting him roots or flowers this month. But I suppose I can look around. It's possible to find a root, not a device, on the ground here, if I'm lucky. Nem doesn't say anything as I approach. Okay. Vase. Vey scowls at the pouring rain. Huh, he says. When they told us that we needed to prepare for all weather conditions after leaving the ship, I didn't expect this. This is miserable. How do you get anything done? Yeah, probably not going to find any roots. It's disappointing. It's good to see the rest of the colony finally appreciate the work we do here, Tang says. Certainly agriculture and infrastructure were necessary for our initial survival, but the attack last glow has made it clear that subsistence alone will not save us from the aliens. We need to be smarter than them. She clenches her fist. Here, I have something for you. You, on the other hand, like flowers and roots. I do have flowers. Seems you remembered my birthday. How thoughtful of you, Tang says, accepting the flower with a dubious look. I'll set this flower aside to analyze later. I am interested in the properties of autumnal flora. I hope you find it useful. She turns to walk away, then remembers herself. Thank you, she adds, almost as an afterthought. Yeah, come on, Roots, where are you? Yeah, Rex spots you and waves, while his whole body... his whole body at you, thrumming with excitement. Selene, he exclaims, it's another beautiful day on this beautiful planet. Wow, what a time to be alive. He looks around at the ruins of the colony, and lets out a little laugh. So, what if it's a bit of a fixer-upper? That's alright, I'm good with my hands. Well, let's help you build something. You know what my hammock needs? You know what my hammock needs? Rex. I assume says Rex. An automatic snack delivery system for when my hands are busy. I was thinking, if I hang a big barrel of cookies up here, he continues, pointing to the gnarlwood tree nearby, I could use ramps and pulleys to bring the cookies over here, he gestures to his hammock, and they could just roll right into my mouth. When a plan comes together. +5 to flushes with this card. That sounds awesome. It's a bold plan, and involves a lot of twisty-turny ramps, gears, levers, swinging arms, and more. It's probably a lot more complicated than it needs to be, but it is hilarious to watch Rex press a button and send a cookie rocketing down a chute and eventually into his mouth. The ground is littered with cookie detritus of failed runs, but Rex is proud anyway. It works perfectly, he says, his mouth full. Thanks for the help. You are welcome. Mars surveys the construction work on the new walls. Oh, yep. We have read that one before as well. Okay. So I don't want to go straight back out to exploring again. We have done plenty of that in this stream. So I'm going to do more studying of engineering. It's time for your end-of-term project. You've partnered with Tang and Nomi to come up with a project that uses everything you've learned about math, physics, computing, robotics, architecture, and astronomy. I know, Nomi exclaims. We should go down to the Helio engine room and see if it makes us think of anything. Great idea. That's not a terrible idea, actually, Tang agrees slowly. We could do a comparison of the Helio's superior engine and talk about how Earth technology improved in the years between the stratospheric and the heliopause leaving Earth. Nomi nods excitedly and leads the way. No offense, but we also had, way better funding than you guys, Nomi explains as you head down into the belly of the Helio. You know, like government funding, right? Not just dark web stuff, but actual factual space travel budget. People were so mad when you guys left. The world didn't believe the Strato would even make it off the planet, but when you did, everyone left behind got super competitive, so our technology is so much better. You and Tang try not to roll your eyes as Nomi chatters away. You split up and take a look at the different components of the Helio engines. From the cooling system to the nanocell reactors to the complicated banks of computers that all once housed the Helio's much less powerful onboard AI, the Helio might be newer, but nothing beats congruence. You're leaning in to take a look at some faded warning signs about pacemakers when you hear Nomi yell, Oh no, guys, I think I broke it. Help, I'm stuck. Help them. Not, what is it this time, Nomi? No, help them. You and Tang rush over to where Nomi is sprawled out in a tangle of cables wrapped around them like a nest of snake bugs. Nomi looks too terrified to move, and for good reason. Every time they do, more wires snap free of their connections and contribute to Nomi's growing distress. The panel behind them beeps in warning. Help me, Nomi, please. I'm afraid to move. What if it turns off life support or something? It's delicate, stressful work, but together you and Tang manage to pull Nomi free know me from the disaster. You look down on the jumbled, hopeless tangle with growing fear. You're going to have to rewire everything and hope you get it right. Fix the power array! It is a hard engineering challenge. Alright. I don't know. +1 to blue cards. Cards with gems are wild. We could do like 7, 6. No. No, just 7, 6, 6 is fine. -5, 4. -2. 5, 4. 3, 2. Sure. We've got 2 cards where the value is wild. So that's neat. 5, 4, 3. 2. I mean, it counts as a 2. Then we'll put this 5 up there. There we go. So what if we change this to like that? That's still 29. Yeah. Good enough. Oh, why are you getting a -2? Oh, because you count as yellow. Oh, that is so dumb. Sure. I could have gotten 43 on that round? Wow. I super failed at that. You'll breathe a sigh of relief when all the cables are reconnected and everything stops beeping. I knew we could do it, Naomi says, looking relieved, and now we know how it all works. You work together on your final project, which is a full schematic of how the Helio engines work. Naomi contributes some intensely detailed drawings, and Tang makes sure everything is correct. You write up about the comparison between the Helio and the less complicated Strato. Congruence looks over your work. Congratulations, you three. This is wonderful work. You officially passed, but there's always more to learn, and more to teach the others. By the way, she adds with a wink, good work repairing that power array as well. Don't worry, I won't tell. Ooh, we got increased rewards for studying in engineering. Nice. Because we will likely be doing plenty more of that. That ends late wet and on to glow. Hey, Tang. Finally, an acceptable season, Tang says, looking relaxed for the first time all year. Not too bright, not too warm. If only it was like this all year long. I mean, this is the season where attacks keep happening and people keep dying, but yes, we can pretend we want it to be like this all year long. He frowns. If you always knew the attacks were coming during Glow, why weren't you Stratos better prepared? That's just common sense. Sure, have... I don't know. Have some food. Because I don't have anything he likes. Oh. Vase takes her gift and scowls at it with thinly veiled disgust. Yuck, I'm not eating that. Knowing this planet is probably poisonous. Well, that's disappointing. Nem doesn't say anything as you approach, so that's fine. Let me go out and explore. There's a crystal right there. Come on. Because I'm pretty sure that crystal's not going to be there when the next year starts off. Let's see, anyone else out and about? Hey, there's Dis. Dis looks up at the dark sky, illuminated by the fungal glow coming from the forest. Do you think it's going to make it a difference? He asks, not looking at you. The soldiers, the walls, the explosives, they're going to keep coming harder and harder until we're dead. Yeah, seems that way. Cal stands in the middle of the garden looking around at the blanketing dark and the eerie glow from the nearby fungal forest. I never knew plants could be like this, he breathes. It's amazing. Take care of yourself, Selene, your mom says grimly. She's taking a break, hot blup tea in hand, looking warily out towards the walls. I don't want you too far from the colony if we're attacked again this year. She turns to you. Don't be a hero, Selene. You kids need to stay safe. You spot your dad standing stock still, his eyes closed and head tilted to listen. Hey, Gooseberry, he says, recognizing you just from the sound of your footsteps. Have you ever paid attention to the plant during glow? It feels different. He blinks, his eyes open. It's like a hum, he continues. Maybe from the plants? Heck, maybe the wormhole. Alright. What is our greater rewards for working in engineering? I mean, I'm not seeing any major differences. Or was it only for working in engineering, so if we tutor? I don't know. Rewards seem about the same, so I'm not sure what that difference was supposed to be. I wonder if it listed anywhere. Not that I know of. Fast learner, you stay calm when others get frazzled. Your affinity for math and machines gives you confidence. You've got a green thumb. We have 2 more people that we haven't met. That's weird. Alright. Yeah, we're going to keep studying engineering. There is a specific event that I am hoping will happen soon. But it keeps not happening. You do some work with the construction crew this week, observing how they use congruence and their holo projectors to build, plan, and repair the colony. The foreman walks you through the projections, literally, and points out the various architectural details adapted to life on Vertumna, like canopies over the windows to keep the temperature down. It's really neat to learn how architecture can address all these environmental concerns, so you don't have to rely on resource-hogging life support systems. Alright. We need to get to 28, that should be super easy. Cool. We'll just throw a wild in there. 5, 4, 3. Ooh, a minus to stress. We'll grab that while we're at it. Oh. You didn't stay at 4. Oh, +2 to cards with gems. Alright. There. +5 engineering. We're getting really close. +3 reasoning. I do wish that it would tell you the number you actually have, and then probably also tell you what it's at with your bonus from your cards, because I'd love to know where I'm at on this. You're relaxing in your quarters with your dad when you hear the colony siren. The enemy is here. Your dad looks up from his novel. Huh, seems early this year. We should head to the shelter in the lounge. You've been drilling on the new evacuation procedures for the past month. There's no need to be a hero now that there are so many new soldiers from the Helio. It's probably best if you just follow your instructions and head to the lounge with your dad. Or we could rush to the front lines. We'll rush to the front lines. You muster with the rest of the defense forces at the gates. Gained heroic. Rhett and Lum are arguing about what tactics to employ. Lum keeps trying to rally the soldiers with heartening speech about giving it everything you've got. All the drones, all the explosives, and Rhett keeps cutting in. We don't need to take any big risks, Rhett insists. It's a smaller attack, and we have more than enough plasma rifles and turrets. We should save our other resources for when we do need them. Why do things halfway? Lum exclaims. We need to get in there and kick their butts back to the goo they came from. We need to show people that we have everything under control for morale. Rhett tries one more time to wrest control of the forces back from Lum, but Lum cuts him off. Fire the explosive rounds, he orders. Arm the charges. Shells scream through the permanent night, followed by explosions you feel vibrate up through your boots. The Helios are unfazed, but you and the other Stratos guards exchange nervous looks. You hear yelling, then another boom as the secondary explosives detonate. The baying of bloodthirsty animals reaches your ears. Then Lum holds a finger to his earspeak. Great work, just the stragglers incoming. Open the gates. To battle. And this was listed as an easy challenge, a goal of 47. We haven't had one that low in a while. 6, 5, 4. +1 skill, nice. 7, 6, 5, 4. Next round, we've already met the super goal. Alright, any that give skills or deal with stress? No, so it doesn't particularly matter. That's gonna tank that because it counts as a yellow. Ugh. Alright. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. There. Win. Gain +4 combat, nice. You face off against a lesser Xeno, some kind of finned semi-aquatic thing that's already half dead and limping doggedly through the gates. It's almost comical how easy it is to stun and kill it. By the time you're done, the other soldiers have dispatched the rest of the creatures. Smoke drifts in from the battlefield from the explosions, an acrid scent of triumph. After the attack, Lum gathers everyone in the lounge and holds a big celebration for the soldiers. There's feasting and drinking and songs of valor, and as the party goes on long into the night, some drift away in pairs or more. Mars and Rex keep the dancing going. Even Nem seems to relax, especially when the other cadets invite her to drink with them. Tonight, everyone seems convinced that this victory means the colony will be safe forever. Maybe it will be. You sure want to believe it too. +1 colony defense. And that'll be the end of the year. Gained friendship with Sim, Nomi, Rex, Tangent, Vase, and Cal. Bunch of skills, but that does count the fact that we put on the item that boosted all of our stats. Lost a bunch of kudos, gained a bunch of stress, neutral, bunch of food, and a bunch of defense was gained. That's good.